people. Because they're jealous.
Okay, I think are we live now? Okay, now we're live. Hi, everybody, and welcome. Leslie, Brittany, somebody's hair alone. I'm all, me and hair. I'm all about people. I'm tired of fucking people's hair. But welcome. I think we're live. We'll see what happens. I was cut off the other day. I just ended the stream. I was talking for like 10 minutes. They're like, James, you're not online anymore. What happened? I'm like, I thought I was. So you choose doing whatever the fuck it is. But welcome to the Wine on Me Spotlight. I am James Lodge Jr. And I'm here with, Tami and Amanda Russ. I'm totally thrown off this morning. So, but I'm here. They're here. Hi, lady.
Hi. Are we alive? And me Care Bears in the chat. So yay. Yes, you are live now.
Oh, jeez, who knows what's going on anymore? I was trying to hold on. It's our last show of the year.
I know. I got confused because the email with the Zoom invites has all the dates in December.
Oh yeah.
And I'm thinking, okay, we didn't get that memo. What's going on?
No, I did a thing where I did it. So I just because I'm like, why am I typing it in
every single time? I know.
Right. So I said, I'll just make it occurrences, but I meant to end it at this date. It didn't end at this date, so Okay, but we're here today to talk about Young and Restless. And then after this, the ladies will talk about The Bold and the Beautiful. As you know, I said before, it's too painful for me to talk about right now. It's just the storyline to my brother's storyline. It's like, oh my, like it's literally coinciding. My family had a meeting yesterday about what happened this time last year with my stepdad. So I was like, it's too much for me. And I do a little crying on shows. You guys know that, but I won't be able to stop. So the ladies will do it. And you haven't seen Tami as a lead host in a while. It's been a while since Tami's been a lead host, but
it's no different.
She's good. She's good. We don't worry about her at all. She'll be great. So she'll be doing that. And then after that, Violet singing. Okay. General Hospital. Me and Frank will be talking about everything General Hospital after that. That's all I got to say. And the news that Amanda Seton and Josh Swickard will not be doing love scenes. That came out yesterday and has broke the internet. It has broke the internet. There'll be few to love scenes. So we'll talk about that all on our show. Yes, Tam, it's complete. They did a whole interview. It's crazy. And we talk about that on today's General Hospital. Look, I love this lady's faces. I'm like, that's how when I read that, I was like, what? I don't understand. What?
How can you be on a soap and not do love scenes?
That's what everybody's talking about.
And they're okay with this. They're allowed.
And that's what everybody's talking about. That's what everybody's talking about. They're allowed to dictate how far they will go to have on the show. So anyway, so we're talking about that today, of course. And then later, I know you guys have the reactions we all had yesterday.
It's like someone being hired for a film.
Yes.
And they show you the script. And here's what it is. Are you good with it or not? They do give actors that choice. And if you're not, then you don't get hired.
Right.
It goes to someone else. So I call bullshit on this. If you're uncomfortable with this type of thing, you ought not to be in the acting profession. Or, go into film or TV where you just won't get hired. And you can just do projects that are okay with what you're comfortable with. But
what I said, Tami, is there's Hallmark Channel.
Yeah. There's so many outlets for that, which is great. To each their own. But don't start dictating. No.
That explains a lot now for me for that storyline. It actually explains a lot. But they refuse to do that. So anyway, so we talk about that on General Hospital. We talk about that on, so it's kind of crazy. And of course, our sister channel. I always say sister channel because of my talking twin Tony Moore and all them over there. Edition Days will be on today also, doing a live show again. And I think they have a guest. I'm not sure. I can't remember. I think they have Peter Port. I'm not sure, but they have a guest. But anyway, so check them out. Of course, they at 3:00 over there at Edition Days. Check them out. And next weekend, all of us will. Well, I don't know about these two. I'm trying to figure this all out. They're not responding to me. The daytime Emmys are next weekend. And as some of you guys know, there's been a big debacle for me and lots of stuff going on. And I'm still trying to get clarification on things. So we'll see what happens next weekend. I may not go and protest. I may go. I don't know what's happening yet. I'm making decisions on a day-to-day basis. So just Tami may be with me. She may not be with me. I have no idea what's going on. But James is not happy with the National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences,
to say the least,
people who are running the daytime Emmys, all the Emmys as it is. So I have decided. So I have no hair and makeup. I have no outfit. I have nothing as of today. But I did get the microphone, you guys. I got the microphone. I did order that. I need
show up like this. You'll be fine.
But however, you will have to just wait and see. It's like a soap opera, and see what happens with James Lott Jr. and JLG Media.
But will you be doing love scenes? That's the question.
I'm ready for
Good question.
And honestly, come on, the love scenes nowadays are so tame.
Well, they have intimacy coordinators now on sets.
Yeah, are they even gonna? Do they not even want to kiss, or is it just the
kiss? Yes, she said one of the words was, "There's always the neck."
Oh,
do they hate each other? Nope.
So do you think it's like?
Like I said, you have to watch General Hospital for that story. I guess this is Y&R. That's all possible in that story.
Stop
but you guys are reacting the way yesterday the internet was broken. It broke from this news. It broke. So your reactions are completely what I had yesterday.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but that's why we watch soap operas. We want to see connection, a relationship.
Love in the afternoon.
We want to see a relationship. And so okay.
I know.
Y&R. Got it.
I love it because that's exactly how the internet reacted yesterday. Like, it's completely just like it exploded. Everybody we exploded. No explosion on that show. So yes. So where do we begin?
We begin with Kenneth Clark's comment. I was laughing this week that Nikki didn't recognize her old stripper music. Because even I recognize the old stripper.
I know, me too. I was like, come on, Nikki. When you hear certain songs, it take you back.
That was friggin' brilliant.
That was, so as we saw the week before, Homegirl is now in a hotel room. She is not an event anymore.
It's so funny. She's just like Phyllis trying to be incognito with her massive hats and Jackie O sunglasses. It's like, really incognito, girl. No one's going to notice you.
We know on General Hospital this week too, Tracy put on a big hat and glasses on her plane when she went to cry. I'm like, what's the big hats? Those are the big hats. I don't understand what the big hats are.
Oh my God. Too funny.
But yes, so they they returned from all that shenanigans over there, and they're back in town. Nikki, again, Millie Thomas Scott is still killing it as the torn, just as she's drinking. And it was funny because Tami, you said it last week. You'd be curious because they know she's an alcoholic this time, how they're going to handle it. And Victor's been on top of her on and on, like, I'm worried about you, baby.
I'm sorry, but the family should just commit her into a facility.
Yep.
Right? Come together as a family. She keeps saying, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine. Your butt is going into a dry out place for 3 months or 6 months, but everyone's caught up in their own stuff.
Well, she went to that one meeting, which I thought was very cool.
Yeah, my gosh.
That was very cool.
It was.
And the fact that she said, and it wasn't I know this, and she did it in a way that we would think it's crazy, right? She's like, I know it sounds crazy, but I was kidding. Like, it was like, it would sound crazy to us regular folk.
Did you see those two extras? They ongoing.
They got their screen time.
Shade. That is rude.
They got their screen time. I laughed.
I was surprised because I was like, oh, we're going to tell the real truth. Like, I thought she was just going to make up, like, well, I had an issue. No, she's just going to tell everything. I'm like, oh, okay. I was surprised.
That's what you're supposed to do when it goes to A. You're supposed to tell the truth.
Yeah.
And she did, and it was just heartbreaking as she's talking about it wasn't even my fault. Like, it wasn't even my fault because it wasn't her fault. It was cruel, like you said in chat. It was very cruel what they did to her. It was, I mean, that's a villain. That's what villains do. I mean, this Jordan is a villain, a villainess, or villain, what do you want to call her? It's soapy goodness. I mean, it's for us, it's soapy goodness, bad for the character, obviously. But it's like she just, I agree. Everybody agree. I mean, if she don't get an Emmy nod for next year, I mean, I don't even know who I need to go there and kill because she needs to. I mean, hands down, if anybody deserves an Emmy nomination for the work that they're doing for this, it's her. It's her.
Unless she doesn't submit, there are those actors that just don't.
Yeah, you're right. There's some. And so if she doesn't submit, I think she will. She doesn't have an Emmy.
I hope so.
This is probably the closest chance she can get one.
That's shocking.
What?
That's shocking.
Never won. No. Never won. It's like Mel NYC Review says, she is a leading lady. I mean, Melanie Thomas Scott needs to be front and center in storylines. And she's reminding us why she should be front and center in storylines.
Yeah. I
mean, she just really does. So she's hiding shot glasses in her purse and whatever. And that's like, I was laughing. She's like in there. And I got those mints. That's right, Frank. I was like, your breath, bitch.
Don't do the trick. I don't understand why they always do that. A little mint is having it's like having scented garbage bags. It doesn't hide the scent of the garbage. Now you have garbage and lavender mixed together.
Right.
It's the same thing. Now it's mint with the essence of vodka.
Then he went to kiss her.
He did.
Yeah, and she was like,
yeah, and alcohol comes through your pores if you drink a lot of it. So when you're not drinking, I dealt it recently. I have people alcoholics in my family who you can smell the alcohol on them after they've drank. So yeah, so it's kind of like that. Yeah, they don't know anything. So anyway, so she's having a problem with her sobriety. We got that going. Then we got Cole. It's so weird seeing Cole on the shows, like Cole and Victoria. Like I never thought this storyline would ever go this. I mean, I'm and talking to Miss Haley Aaron, who's doing a great job also as Claire, talking to her about her life, and we should get a DNA test, kids. Like, okay, we'll help you.
I think she's lying. I think she and Jordan, this was a plan B in case it all blows up.
So all of this is she's not the kid.
Even if she is.
Oh, okay.
I think they still want to blow up the family.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a poll, kids.
I don't know, because then you got to think back of what happened at the house. So did they purposely have her? What do you mean? You lied to me all these years, and Jordan saying, "Calm down, stick to the plan." So was that all made up, right? Or maybe that was true, but she's still connected to Jordan. She's still connected to her aunt. She's still waiting for her to show up and get her out of there.
Mm-hmm.
So
we're rolling right now. It's Clara Newman, and right now it's 78-22, 80-20. It's moving around. So please, when you get a chance, there's 43 people are watching. Go right ahead and please vote. Hit the like button too.
Hit the like button.
Because when Claire kept saying things like, "Please help me, please, get me out of here. I need your help." I was like, who are you to ask them for anything?
That's what I was thinking.
Right? Like, that was just weird to me. Please help me. I don't know. I don't trust you, Claire. Bottom line.
Okay. Go.
Yeah. I agree. I don't know if she's completely lying, but I don't trust her. I think this is all a plan.
Well, Cole's like, my mother had a mental illness and she did things too. So it's like, either way, is she related to the Howards? I mean, is she related to them too? Is she just some baby, or is she Cole's cousin? You know, or I mean, I guess it could be very interesting. Like who is this chick? But a DNA test will tell us, right? They do a DNA test, that'll tell us.
Unless the DNA test is messed with. How many times has that storyline played out?
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah. So they could have a whole thing planned.
Kayla's like, thank you, Tami. She may be a Newman, but Jordan poses a danger to Nikki and Victor, plus she can manipulate tests. Another Newman.
She's a nurse. So okay. It was hard watching Nikki go through that whole kidnapping storyline. This is even more difficult to watch. Like, I hate that this is happening to Nikki. It's like killing me. It's horrible.
Everybody's like, the storyline is so good. It is really good.
It is so good. It's so hard to watch. Oh,
it's very hard to watch. I didn't realize that when she shoved the shot glass in her purse and the little glass in her purse, I was like, oh, okay. All right. So we're like, okay, so we're going to have a problem. This is going to be a problem.
I wasn't expecting that first phone call with the music. I was all, oh no. Oh no. Demon woman is reaching out through the phone now and terrorizing. She's terrorizing Nikki. Oh my gosh.
That was like unknown number. I get unknown number. I don't answer the phone. What is it? Unknown number? I don't answer the phone.
Hello? Who is this? Hang up. And even Victor's like, baby, don't answer the call.
Yeah. Unknown numbers I don't answer. Sorry. I don't know who they are. I don't know who they is.
I was thinking that. I was like, why are you answering? Don't answer.
Messed with her mind. That's why. And she said it, she's messing with her mind. She's going down that rabbit hole that she thought she'd never go down again.
Part of me likes seeing drunk Nikki. Well, there could be some fun moments in it. Yes, I get it. But it's just like, it wasn't her fault. Everybody's laughing at the stripper music. I know that was right. I mean, it's everybody in the chat room is kind of saying it's just like old school wino.
Totally.
It is. It really is. And if it's an umbrella thing, Nick's trying to play it off kind of like he's okay, so to speak, but he got hurt. He actually got physically hurt in there. Victoria and Cole are like, is this our dead baby? I mean, like, is it not? I mean, that'd be I mean, I freaked out when I found stuff from 30 years ago in my storage unit. I thought I had lost it. I can imagine if I thought I'd lost a child, and 30 years later, there's a child sitting in front of me. I mean, I lost just my little piece of pictures on. So I mean, I can imagine a real person popping up all of a sudden.
I'm really liking soft Victoria.
Oh, it is. Oh yeah.
I'm really liking her right now. And so I guess, did Cole always bring out that side of her? Just that softer, kinder. I don't remember.
Because they played it so much. They played Cole as the older guy because Victoria was so young. And at first he thought he was Victor's son. There was a whole thing on a brother and sister.
Mm-hmm.
There's that. Then Cole was Ashley. He was with Nikki. Like there was a whole. He was a major part of the show. But he was a major part of the show back then. And so I'm saying it's just so weird for me to see him back. They can't do flashbacks because it's not Heather Tom. Side note: if you watch General Hospital, I was pissed during the whole Scotty Lucy reminiscing. They didn't show flashbacks. Half hour talking, and they have 30 years of chemistry. They have 30 years, same actors. They didn't show it. But anyway, but on this show, they can't. Unless they do carefully crafted scenes where it's mostly Cole.
Right.
Yeah, they can show the Eve flashbacks, obviously, which they did with Nikki. And apparently, the anniversary of Victor and Nikki's first wedding is coming up. Maybe it's 40 years. They showed the preview where she sees the picture, the famous picture, and she goes, Eve, Morris. So I am very excited to see how they tie all that together. Like they ain't done. They ain't done at all.
Kayla in the chat this to her point was why I thought I don't trust Claire. When Claire said to Victoria and Cole, well, you have the Newman influence, you can do anything. I thought that is so inappropriate. And what did you just say? If I was Victoria, I would have been livid.
I know.
Yeah. I think Cole is totally buying all of this. Do you guys think that? Like, as he was like, I'll just get you a lawyer. And I'm like, whoa, we don't even know who she is yet.
But it's such a weird, it's a weird situation. As a person who gained a child at the age of 9, and I had all these questions, everything I had, all of a sudden, you have a daughter. And I was like, okay. I was like a soap opera. I had to really deal with like who's the mother and all this stuff. And I was like, oh yeah, I was with your mother. Like it was a really strange thing. So part of you doesn't want to believe it because all that time, I'm telling you from personal experience, you missed all that time. So you feel that loss already. But then the second part of it is you kind of wish it was true a little bit because like, oh my God, I have a daughter. I guess it turned out for me, it worked out on a level, but it's weird. And so I can almost relate to Cole as a little like, you're minding your own business. Cole was minding his own business out in California doing what he was doing. And all of a sudden he gets this call. And now this young woman, I mean, it must be really conflicting on some level.
I'm all for, yeah, let's give her the benefit of the doubt. However, as Tony Moore would say, Tony Moore Jr., this chick co-terrorized them.
She did.
She's capable of killing people. Claire is capable of planning and killing people.
Right. Victoria said she was brainwashed possibly her whole life. Remember, Victoria was trying to think of reasons what on her. Isn't she a victim too, she said. So what do you say to that, Tami?
I agree, but not all people move into that space of being capable of doing what she did.
Well, Victor was on your side. Victor was like, well, she fucking didn't. I can't say that.
At the end of the day, okay, she's brainwashed. But deep in her core, people who are brainwashed, not everyone automatically moves into that space of, now I'm going to kill.
Well, like Charlotte on General Hospital. She would thought that Anna was a danger.
She's a Cassadine, dude. She's effed. She's effed.
Well, see, Anna tried to say that today. So she said it yesterday. She tried to tell Valentine that. You're like, well, she had some problems beforehand, but she's trying to tread carefully. She's trying to tread carefully because that's, So I'm just saying, I'm just being devil's advocate. This makes you laugh. I'm like, Victoria's like, if she was brainwashed her whole life, that these people are evil and whatever. Who knows, right? I mean, I don't know.
I could see that. Like if from a tiny tot, right? They're teaching you these people are evil. They're horrible. They're mean. You hate them. Like, I don't know. Maybe I think you would grow up and be like, I hate your guts. But I'd agree with Tami though. I'm not gonna just kill someone.
But to James's point, it's like the Cassadine. You can't deny you've got manic hereditary DNA, right?
And that's what Cole keeps saying, right?
Right. So
I don't tell you that. I love what Tami's hard. So she's like, fuck these bitches. No, I just because Cole, because everything you're saying is that was that whole conversation. Because Cole was like, my mother had this, and Jordan is my aunt. Maybe it's hereditary. They have this weird imbalance. Like he keeps saying that for some reason, right? So that's why Amanda's like seeing he's feeling more for it again. This could be a family thing. Totally. They're all fucking crazy. They're all crazy talk. I mean, I think so. I think what you're saying is like it's right. It's like it's both sides. Like I feel like they are discussing both sides of it. I think they kind of are to us. But half the chat is just like everybody's saying it's Jordan's fault.
No, it's Victor's fault.
Oh.
And he said that to Nikki when he rescued her in the room. Before Jordan shows up with the psycho knife, he said, "This is my fault." And Nikki's like, "Honey, no. He's like, "No, I brought Eve into this. If you want to go back, this is my fault." I'm like, you're right.
That's so funny. For tax season. Oh shoot, sorry.
Yeah, because he had an affair.
Right.
And he was saying, yeah, if I didn't do that, this wouldn't be happening. Not gonna argue with you, buddy.
It was fatal attraction. I will not be ignored.
I mean, well, see, Mel brings a good point. You go on, Mel. Same way, not even just Kevin, Michael also. And shout out to my cousin, Christian J. LeBlanc, who is still having treatments and recovery. I talked to him yesterday for his cancer.
He looks amazing.
He does.
Great. I talked to him. He's in strong spirits. He's hanging in there. They're saying, Mel says, Claire is like Kevin. Claire can be redeemed.
You know what?
Remember, Kevin and Michael both were bad.
If she can get extracted from Jordan's influence, then I absolutely agree with that. It's going to take a lot of time and commitment on the Newmans' part to take that on. But yeah, I agree with that.
Me too.
But the other people are saying that Claire needs love, and then that's the whole thing. And Claire needs a hug. She's more. But
she also needs accountability.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's not black and white. It's not.
No.
Yeah.
It's very complicated.
That's all. Maybe the Newmans need to stop streaming over people. They won't have grudges against them. But yeah, but exactly. Michael and Kevin both. Michael stalked Christine. He was digging through her walls. I mean, it was a huge storyline. He went to jail. I mean, it was crazy. And Kevin was giving STDs and he was burned down. I mean, he was doing all kinds of stuff too. So yes, you're right. They can be redeemed.
Well, this goes back to what Phyllis was saying to Michael. Like, why does everybody get to move on except me? I was like, girl, you need to have a double martini because you can get out of this pity party you're in. Like, get out. And Michael's like, get a life.
I know.
He literally told her, get a life. And you need to move on and get a life.
First of all, the Tami is really hard. I agree. They're all like, Tami's sticking to her game. She's like, screw this noise. No, that conversation was a lot of fun. Just with Michael and Phyllis, they're longtime friends.
Love them together.
He knows her. They're good friends in real life. He knows her. And I love that he was just like, come on, girl. Because this Phyllis is not the Phyllis we know. Phyllis is not, doesn't whine and sit and pine and get upset. Like, it's not Phyllis. Come on. Phyllis is
she's back in, and when she does sit in that space for too long, she comes out and does crazy things.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God. Andrew's like, it's Jordan's fault because she's just crazy. Victor was just being Victor. Right? You come to Genesee, so you'll be victimized. That's so funny. If you're a woman. Hey, a lot of women slept with Victor on that show. Jill, Vicky,
there are vortexes.
Ashley. Yes. I mean, I sleep with him too. Shit, I mean, he's Victor Newman. Shit, I mean, that's the whole point, right? He's Victor Newman. But that's pretty funny, Angela. I like that. But yes, be victorized, victimized. So that's like.
I felt sorry for Phyllis for a second, and then I was like, oh yeah, she did fake her own death. I forgot. And kill someone. But I still feel kind of bad for her because she's right. Everyone else is getting to do whatever. Look at Diane.
I know.
She said Diane and so get to move on. Who was the other person?
Christine.
Well, so what about Christine? Diane, I can understand Phyllis having
right.
Phyllis hates her.
I know.
I mean, that's why I love the little needling episode of scenes where she was kind of needling her about Paul and stuff. It's just for shits and giggles. Like, that's all that was. I love it. To me, it's like, I don't like those. I love those kind of scenes. Give me bitchy. That's what soaps are also. I want to see bitchy characters just being bitchy with each other.
Yeah.
Of course, Phyllis is not going to. I mean, Quick's not going to discuss her life with Phil. Of course, she's not going to. That's like, of course not. But I love the bitchiness. That's the whole. She's just kneeling here, and of course Phyllis wants to know what's going on. That's the whole point. I love stuff like that. Like Terry said, the vortex is real. I know. Hey, my mother thinks that Victor Newman's still hot too. But yeah, it's just that's. I mean, that's kind of what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to have. I like bitchy. I like that kind of stuff.
In the coffee shop with Cricket and Phyllis, and Phyllis is trying to be all
looking beautiful.
How's it going? And Cricket starts laughing, and Phyllis, Cricket starts laughing, so Phyllis's hair rises. Like, what are you laughing at? Like, are you laughing at me? That was the subtext. And Cricket like leans in and gets all. In what world do you think my business is any of your interest, or like something like that? And
it was good. I know. I just like.
That's a cigarette. That's an old classic.
Yeah. Then to rub it in, though, she adds, "Oh, I'm going to have a special dinner tonight," and I'm like, "Here we go."
But Phyllis came back with, "Oh, that sauce. Yes, that sauce is so good."
She's had it. Yeah.
I loved it.
That is some good sauce.
Good sauce. I was like, I loved it. I loved it. Like, it's like, did you see Christine's face when Danny said that she and Phyllis have inspired him? I know.
I would have done the same thing, though. I would have said, "Hold on, wait, let's put a break on that." Whoa, what? Phyllis also, you're putting the two of us together in the same sentence?
He did. I loved it.
Real.
He's a dude. That's what we do. We're clueless. Love it. Loved it. Her face, she couldn't run out there fast enough. She was like, "What the fuck?" I loved it. Loved it. So like, we're talking, this is long, folks. I know some folks like, I don't like them on screen, whatever. To me, I love it. This is long time coming stuff. So I mean, this is like, we were talking 30 years in the making stuff. So I like it. So screw all y'all who don't like it. I don't give a
Yeah. Do you like Danny and Cricket reuniting?
Yeah, I think they should be together. They definitely should.
I think so too.
That's endgame. It's like, we're talking decades. This is what we should have. So I mean, because some people don't know how to act, so that's why there's no Paul on screen. There we go.
I'm sorry, what?
Yep. So
People don't know how to act right.
Right. That's fine. But yeah, so I think so. No, I think it should be them. So it's kind of fun. But I like the needling and stuff. That's part of that's soap. That's what we do on soaps. I enjoy that. The next thing we had going on also is the whole Abbott Chancellor family. We had lots of Jill.
Line of the week.
Say it.
Jill to Tucker. Well, maybe your arsenal isn't as big as you think it is. And he says,
he did. I know some folks that they don't like I love Tucker. I love the way Trevor St. John.
Like, you know what? Maybe it isn't.
Yeah, he's hilarious. He's hilarious. He is hilarious. I love him. I'm sorry. I love the way he plays it. I love it. Because he would maybe he's just like, "Okay, girl," and maybe he don't care. But then he'll turn evil in a second. I mean, no shame will turn evil in a second. He turns it on. But stuff like that, it's hilarious. Because Jess Walton has her own delivery also. And so I love her. I'm so glad she was on all week. I love that she was in person, just making the rounds. And it was kind of cute at the Abbott house where they were talking, and it's like Jack and Jill. Jack and Jill have a long history.
Jack and Jill, Jack and Diane.
Jack and Diane.
Right?
It's like, isn't that funny, right? And Billy, and just like they have a whole dynamic. It's just in the dialogue and everything. It's hilarious. I think it's like they know each other. These kind of like, and when Jack was like, "Your mother came, she was playing you." See, like, I know your mother. She's a tough, like, they can admire each other. And go, "Okay, I know Jill didn't just ask you for that." But it was so heartfelt also when Jill's just like, I want family. I wasn't asking you to be my size because you're my son. And she goes, right, Jack? And Jack's like, more than you know. Like it's like they went from that to touching, and like these actors are too much for me. They're so good. I mean, they're just so good. I mean, it's like they're just so good. But do you think they can actually come together and like snuff out Tucker? Maybe with Mamie's help, or maybe with I think they can do that.
Yeah, I think if they joined forces, they could probably take him out. But Ashley is a weakness. I feel like
she is too. I think she is too. She likes him.
Weakness for Tucker, or
yes,
okay, both.
Both, yeah.
They're each other's weakness. I think
so too.
Yeah, that's their kryptonite, right? Is each other.
When I have to say, Ashley's got cojones.
She does.
When they're at the bar and Tucker is all, my lawyers are drawing up the paperwork for Lahone.
What is that thing called?
The name of that company is. And she says, I've changed my mind.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, I've changed my mind. I thought, when you do, you know exactly what you're doing, but it's such a dangerous game.
I know.
That she is playing, because he's livid. And she said when she went back to the house, she said, I did that to see just how much the company means to him. And it means a lot. So I was like, girl, oh my God, you are flying really close to the sun.
Mm-hmm. Danger.
That's kind of weird. Jack used that analogy to Billy.
Yeah.
Tucker, we need to bring Tucker down and make him realize he's flying too close to the sun. And Billy goes, oh wow, we're spewing Greek mythology now.
I just say that was funny. That was funny.
Well, this is serious. It's Greek mythology.
That was good. You said that Billy was so funny. Oh my God. But at first, I tell you, like I said last week, they're like siblings, because we was like, oh, you don't think I can work for my mother? Like, I don't think I can do like. It was like, for a minute, he got a little offended, and Jack's like, no. But they actually were figuring. It was kind of fun watching them figure this thing out. It didn't drag out too long. It was like they were actually collectively coming together and going, wait a minute. He has this company. Like, they came together. They literally came together. And, I hate Diane. Ugh. But she's in there. I keep watching her in the background. Me too, Care Bear. I watch in the background as the others are talking, and Diane's just kind of sitting there. I'm like, are Diane and Tucker working? I just don't trust. I will never trust Diane. I will just never trust her. I'm sorry. I'm with Phyllis. I'm with Nikki. I will never trust her. Never completely trust her. Never. Because she's helping them out. But there's times I'm like, what is she sitting back? They're just sitting there. And that's the reason to bring Diane back now was not to make her goody two shoes. That's not soap opera. If they did that, right, that's gonna be boring as fuck. That's not soap opera. There has to be a twist at some point. At some point, maybe not now, but at some point.
And why is she making Kyle keep that a secret? All of the stuff that he's doing and what's going on. Why would she want that a secret from Jack? That is what made me suspicious, big time.
And like Kayla said, like they said on the show, see, Tucker hasn't really done anything yet. That doesn't mean he's not doing anything.
Right.
There's something said about that. Like, no, you're like, he's just riling. Like Jack's like, he's just riling us up. And so, yes, on his presence alone is doing that. And just because Diane hasn't done anything yet either, you don't see you don't know what she's doing about. We don't know what she's doing about. Like, it's like folks are being good and silent and not doing certain things doesn't mean that at some point something's going to come out. It's a soap opera. It just has to. Something has to happen.
Can I just say one thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, because I gotta say this. Whenever we get to Nate, I have some choice words. Okay. I just want everybody to be warned.
we're getting there because we're getting there. Because we can do it now because that's also part of the Chancellor Winters is that the siblings decided to let him back in. But which I think this is actually very strange time. They film ahead of time. and UNLV had their shooting a couple days ago, but then they had the campus that Homegirl is on had a fire. That was just weird timing. They they couldn't have planned that. Obviously, it was a totally weird timing.
No, I think that's just Lily's exit to go on maternity leave, right?
Yeah, I think so too. It was just weird timing that kind of happened.
Yeah.
But Devon is like, because Victor said don't trust him, but Lily was the one who was like, but you Newmans do all stick together. Like it's like Lily was kind of like, wait a minute, you guys kind of all, he was a doctor for like 30 years. So Lily is more like, I'm not, he might be okay. Like in this instance, he might be okay. Where Devon's is like, if Fitch told me not to trust him, I guess I shouldn't. So Amanda, what are your cameras like? Go, Amanda. So what are your
all right? Everything was going fine, right? Nate's telling Audra, I'm not doing that. I'm not that type. Look, I got a call. So he leaves, right? He goes over, he's being all nice. Oh, at first he's like, just tell me, right? So then they tell him they're going to rehire him. Okay, he's all sweet. At the minute that Lily is out of the room, what happens? He turns right back into old Nate. And I'm going to tell you guys, I need to take him home and teach him a lesson, Tami. Now, I will straighten him up, James.
You want to take him home and teach him a lesson. Oh, okay. You want to take him home and teach him a lesson. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he turns into that one.
So mean. Why is he being mean?
Yeah.
Why? He just said, I'm going to let you back in. And then immediately he's like, oh, you're going to tell me what to do now? Oh, you're going to be all watching me? Yeah, because you betrayed us.
And I love Devon's protectiveness of his sister. And just here it is. The only reason you're back is because of Lily. And if you break her heart, we're done. Bye. See you at the office.
George's like, what lesson? Exactly. What lesson at home, Amanda? What lesson? Mm-hmm.
Lesson. I need to straighten him out. Okay. I can fix his attitude.
I'll handle this. Don't worry. I'll handle this.
I got this.
So, man, why you just take Nate home? That's so funny. You know why, Ethel. No, you'll take Nate home. It's like, it's a special kind of treatment she needs to handle that has to be
really spanking involved.
Yes, exactly, Tami. Exactly.
You're going to behave like a child. You're going to get spanked like one.
Like a child.
Exactly.
A lot of people in chat are complaining, they're laughing, but they're complaining about Kyle. How do you feel like Kyle is? They say he's annoying. Is Kyle annoying?
Highly.
Yeah, Kyle stays annoying.
Is he annoying? Like, well, he's annoying. Yes, he's annoying. Yes. I think Nate's going to do something to mess up his job with Chancellor. Well, like I said, they got several things on several fronts happening. So we got, if Tucker really is coming after them, then you got Mamie, who's like, she's trying to get the family together, but Jill wants, if Jill and Mamie work together, I thought that would be crazy if they work together. Wow, because she's like, it sounded like you were saying we should work together, Jill. I was like, I was laughing. I was like, okay.
But Tucker must feel threatened. He's scrambling a little bit. When he accosted poor Mamie because she didn't.
He did totally. He did.
Mamie, the reason she's cut ties with Tucker is because Tucker broke Ashley's heart.
Yes.
And he says, I've apologized for that. However, I want to talk to you about Jill. And that stopped Mamie in her tracks because Mamie still wants to see Jill dismantled.
Right.
So you should give her $1 million to make him go away. Oh, that didn't right. Like, I just think that whole thing, oh my God. Like she throws that in her face every time. I love it. And they won't forever be rivals. That's old school rivalry. They will be ever. But again, the enemy of my enemy is my enemy. That whole thing.
Right.
That whole thing. So it's kind of like, they went to should they? But Mamie was like, I'll do anything for my family. And she looked at Ashley. I'll do anything for my family. and then I'll just leave you two to it. And she like basically got up and was like, bye, and that was it. So she's part Abbott also. She's a Winters and that whole thing, but she's also part Abbott. She's very close to that family. So it's like, this could be fun watching everybody come together and take out Tucker. Folks are like in the chat, like they're waiting for Nate and Audra. They're waiting.
It's enough.
Because right now Victoria's busy with Cole. Woo! Those two get together.
That's a mess.
Oh, I would need a cold shower immediately afterwards. Oh my God.
I'll cry if they say they're not doing love scenes, James.
Oh yeah, I was like, no, you're doing love scene. If I have to come down to Television City and put you together, you two are doing love scenes. If anybody's been doing love scenes, it's you two. Woo. Yes, I'm like, it is. Oh, everybody's
to me, the two of them coming together is like, I can see her. It's like, come into my parlor, said the spider to the fly. Because once Nate enters the parlor, he's done. He's done.
He will
Look
be
at
done.
Kyle, yeah.
He will be done. Mm-hmm.
I didn't like how Tucker said, "Oh, I like this one more than the other one you hang out with." And she was like, "Noted," and then she slammed the door.
Hysterical.
I love it.
That was so funny.
I know. I like Tucker. I think Tucker's hilarious.
Me too.
I do too.
He's a in the appointment. He overstays his welcome. He doesn't give a shit. He just slitters around General City bothering people.
He does.
And when Diane's like, well, he landed, he arrived with a helicopter, but that was he likes to be big. He goes, but also he likes to be quiet. It's like it's both. It's both.
True.
It's like both. He can be loud and obnoxious, but also be quiet and cunning. That's the scary part about him.
Yeah.
You can turn on it. You can turn in a second. We've seen it happen. They can't deprive me of a shirtless Nate. That's gonna. It's gonna. I think it's gonna happen. I mean, it might happen. Might happen, kids. That's basically all the storylines because we have to do the show after this. They're on a special time period, but we'll be on for an hour. Yeah. So that's the main stuff that happened this week. Next week we're going to see some Sally and Adam and more of Jordan, I guess, and more of other stuff. So that was most of what happened. Basically what happened this week on the show. So I'm to me right now, Y&R is watchable at the moment. I'm like, it's moved up to watchable. I'm actually going, okay. No, there's Treat Your Hospitals unwatchable. I'm sleeping through it. Bold is extra watchable and sad. So it's like those are my different levels. But Y&R to me right now is watchable. I guess that's actually watchable.
I love Y&R right now.
Yeah, no, it's good right now. That's good. Right. They said Tucker, quiet and cutting, so you don't see him coming. Just exactly. That's the thing. They're waiting for him to be big and explosive. He's not gonna do that. He's a corporate raider. He's gonna come in the back way and get you. So they got to seal all the holes. Everybody has to seal everything up, so he can't get in. So I guess that's the thing. So everybody, we love you guys. We'll be back next year. We're back next year. Yes, happy birthday to Ernie. Yes, happy birthday to Ernie, as Kenneth Clark says. Yes, yeah, your man had his birthday, Tami.
Oh yes, we're gonna celebrate all year round.
All year round.
Good.
That's so funny. But yeah, so we'll be back. I'm saying January 14th or so. So that's when we'll be back. So it'll be middle of January, wherever that second or third Sunday is. I can't remember what it is. But I want to say thank you so much for 7 years of me doing the show.
Wow.
3 years of me doing the show here with Tami, especially here on what is my network called? JLJ Media. Like, what is my network? What is it called? Happy holidays to everyone. If I don't see you in the next couple of shows, whatever that is. If you're going through a tough holiday like myself, I see you, I feel you, and I understand. Trust me, it's not a good place for everyone this time of year. So I want to make sure I say that I do see you and understand it. We're going through a tough time, my family too, so we understand it. But next year, hopefully, promises to be a good year. Hopefully, it's an election year. We're kind of crazy, so we'll see what happens. But we enjoy coming here on Shady Sundays. Give us about 10 minutes or so. We'll be back for a Bold if you're coming back for us on Bold. We love you guys.